All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, also freedom all over the world. Happy Sunday to you all, and happy Modern Sunday to all the whole Biafran women in Biafran land. What you don't know is that Biafran mothers are the best in the world. Biafran mother will always know how to protect his child. A Biafra mother will always put his child first ahead of any other person. On that note, we say happy Modern Sunday to all the Biafran women all over the world, especially those on Let's Talk TV. We hail Luna. God bless you once again for joining us on this wonderful YouTube platform. Now, without wasting much of your time, make I go straight to the news where I carry come for you, the critical issue on ground, and the matter we suppose know as it dey hot. Please subscribe. The video you're about to watch, this is the video of the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa giving a very important order, to the Biafrans. And in the quest to get the freedom that we have been fighting for, the leader, Onyedomazi Nnamdi Kanu, is undergoing several tortures, lots of tortures from the Nigerian government. And his son, as the case may be, in the person of the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, has been in the forefront of the struggle, doing everything possible to make sure that the freedom that his master, his father started, that he can continue it and give us that freedom. And he has been doing fantastically well. On that note, the Prime Minister also traveled to Australia. He was in Australia to continue to solicit for more funds so that we can get this struggle as quickly as possible. He is doing everything possible. He's doing everything humanly possible so that the freedom will definitely come to the indigenous people. On that note, I thank you once again for joining us on this channel. Subscribe and make sure you share this particular video, to every group. I want you to understand, what the leader, the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa said in this particular video, how he clarified some issues, some critical issue, and how he pinpointed those who are fighting against the struggle by fire, by force, making sure that we do not get the freedom that we truly deserve. Make I pause for here. Make I play the video so that you go enjoy this wonderful broadcast from the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa.
Or biological or chemical weapons. Ideas may have a shelf life but can never be extinct. Why? Because they incubate in the place where no weapon can reach, and that is in the mind of people. If you kill a man, you cannot destroy his ideas. The Biafra case is a case that the idea refused to die, despite all that we have gone through. Now you can understand why we say that Biafra is a spirit, because spirit never die. The more you persecute us, the stronger we become. The truth is that ideas do become a reality. To some people, Biafra remains only an idea of the mind. I'm sure you have heard people say that over and over and over again. But let me tell them that ideas do come true. The last 2 years have seen the Biafra agenda move to a new and higher dimension, to the point that we have now Biafra Republic government in exile and a prime minister that is larger than life itself. An unsolvable equation. it is very interesting that many still don't know who he is. Here in Australia, in some platform, people are asking questions like, where is he from? What school did he attend? Who are his classmates? Who know this man? Prime Minister, I'm not missing word. These actually are questions people are asking in some platforms here in Australia. No, I used to think that Jesus was the most misunderstood man on the until I met Mazi Simon Ekpa. Jesus attracted enemies to himself by overturning the table of the money changers and drove them out from the temple. His number one enemies was religious people who supposed to be on the know. But when he put them out of business, they shouted, crucify him, crucify him. But he was the savior of all mankind. Your Excellency, thank you for what you have gone through and what you have endured to bring the Biafra idea into a reality. Your vision to us, your visit to Australia today is to give hope to Biafrans that the Biafra that everyone is looking for is here. That the effort of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not in vain. It would have if there were no Simon Ekpa. Australia is waiting to hear the good news that you bring to Australia. You are most welcome. We gladly welcome you to Australia, and we enjoy your company here tonight. Thank you, Your Excellency. You are most welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much, Australia, for this second tour again this year of 2024. The month of March will be a historic month in our liberation. I welcome every one of you in Australia. I welcome those who are watching from different media platform of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. I welcome those the enemies of our freedom to also listening to this particular tour today. Biafrans should understand that what we are doing today is no different from what other people have done and what many nations have done, and because they found themselves being subjected to all manner of degrading treatment, marginalized, killed, annihilated, and somebody have to stand up and do something to save the remaining of the people. That's exactly what you and I have come out to do today for the Biafra. Everybody must understand that in a freedom fighting, the agent, the government will always have a way trying to malign and demoralize the people that are fighting for their freedom. And this particular tactics comes in different formats and in different ways. I want to take us back to when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were not kidnapped. Everybody knows for many years we have followed, listened to those who parade themselves as Biafra freedom fighters. And one will continue to wonder, why was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asking for 100 men? why there are millions of followers, why there are thousands of people running the IPOB, which we know as IPOB Nigeria today. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was looking for 100 men. I want everybody to understand that every election in Nigeria, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has always called for no election, for boycott of the election, but at the dying minute, he will still come and say, go and vote. Nobody has ever asked question, why is he doing this? Nobody has ever asked question, why is he always saying something and at the end of the day, he will take it back? And even at that, Biafrans still believe in him and love him. Because there is this spirit that is telling everybody that even though Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said something and withdraw it all the time, and to Nigeria government, it has become a norm that whenever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say no election, they will just say, well, and just leave him. By the time we engage them, he will change his mind. He was not the one always doing this. The people that surrounded him have always found a way to manipulate him. Even when his vision for Biafra is very clear, they will always find a way to manipulate him, making him the bad one, making him the one who always changed from his stand. But deep down inside the heart of every Biafran, we know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mean business for Biafra. But then he can't do it alone. When you have people who have different ulterior motives fighting the same fight with you, you don't have a choice, because they have always known a way to sabotage and deal with you. So when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu find himself in the middle of this whole confusion, he will always come again to the public and take his word back. If not for the spirit of Biafra, by now, many Biafrans would not believe him, because he have said many things and take it back. But they have come to understand that he was not actually the person behind those particular statements of no election and go and vote. And at the same time, he has always come out to say, I need just 100 men. He said, we can't go to this fight with women. He said, where are the men? Where are the men? While he was saying this, there are the people who call themselves the POS working with him. Today, when he was captured, they thought the game is over for Biafra. And first of all, what we did is to first of all know what was the reason for his kidnap. The reason for his kidnap is to end the agitation. The reason for his kidnap is to end the movement for the actualization of the restoration of independence of Biafra. The reason for his kidnap is to make sure that nobody ever talk about Biafra again. And because this was planned, orchestrated by those who are with him, these same people who were supporting governors, who were supporting the elections, who were the one telling him, do not stop election, they will tell you you are a terrorist. If you disturb Nigeria election, America will label you terrorist. If you don't agree, they will tell you you are a terrorist, because this is what they used to deceive him. I have received the same thing, the same persuasion during the time we called for no election in Biafra land. I told them I know my right, and I know why I stand on no election. I never changed my word, because I know those who were with me, even though some of them are still Sabo. I know those who were still with me supporting, many of you supporting me in this particular movement are supporting with all your heart. And again, I know exactly what I was doing. So when I say no election, there is no election. I stood my ground, and Biafra government stand their ground till the end, till today, till tomorrow. That is the difference between what we are doing now and those who who surrounded Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the name of Biafra fighters. That is why today we have more than 100 men that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is looking for. And I wish he is here with us. Many things would have got many things done. But we are not running out of time. I want you to check the time we started, 2022, 2023. Here we are today, what we have achieved, and where we are going. I want everybody to understand that the cycle can never end until the Biafra declaration. The Sabos are mad. They are very frightened. They are very scared. What is going to be their plight when Biafra comes? The answer to every question that everybody is asking today is, why should Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be living for 100 men when he has all these criminals surrounded him? Most of them don't even know anything about international law. Most of them don't know anything about international policy. Most of them don't know anything about politics. There is politics, international politics, they know nothing about it. And they will be shouting on social media, Biafra, Biafra. When you talk sensibly, they will attack you. Like one of them here commenting, shut up. I've seen his comment. But you know, these are the people that have absolutely nothing to offer, not to their family members, not to the community they live in, not even to the community where they are living today. They have absolutely nothing to offer to humanity. But they are the one always looking for fault. They are the one always finding fault. They can't even represent themselves. Them own self, they can't represent themselves. But it is part of the movement. We have seen movement of freedom in many parts of the world. And we know how those freedom were fought. And we know how they got their freedom. Today, we have been able to set up many government institutions of the Biafra Republic government in exile and the Biafra de facto government in the homeland. When they see that maybe camp of a Biafra agitators is being attacked by the Nigeria terrorist government, they celebrate it. They celebrate. They say, oh, their camp have been busted. Their camp have been busted. Criminal camp have been busted. And let me tell you one thing. What they don't know is bigger than them. They thought that we are still in the era where we left them. They don't know that there are many things going on they don't know. You can never, ever demoralize the Biafra Liberation Army. And in the coming days, we will shock them. The more they build propaganda, the more we go more deeper on them. So my people of Australia, I want to inform all of you that the declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra is coming this year. And we have laid the foundation and the template on how this particular declaration will happen. We have been able to set up all the government institutions. Our main agenda is when we declare the restoration of independence of Biafra, we defend it on guerrilla warfare. We will fight Nigeria until we weaken every state security apparatus, every presence of the security apparatus within Biafra territory will be weakened to the minimum. And then the international community will step in. There are many things that I don't want to review at this point that are still on the pipeline. And in the coming weeks, many of these things will be made known to Biafra people, how far we have gone and how far we are going. So I want to encourage every one of you to understand that what we're doing is not a child's play. It is between life and death, and we choose life, which is freedom. So we must be ready to do everything to actualize our dream. And our dream is here. Follow the template. Forget every gossips. Forget every propaganda here and there. We are fortifying our men, our forces, our security forces on ground. We make sure we're fortifying them to the highest level. And that, Sonny, please, can you remove this curry? This idiotic person here, please remove that curry, please. Those terrorists here, remove that. Remove that idiot immediately. He has left. So now we have been able to succeed in creating awareness within the Biafra territory. We've been able to create awareness within Africa. Now we are looking at the global level. Our next target is, as this thing is going on, the awareness is going to the global level. For the very first time, we've had mainstream media taking interest in sharing the Biafra story. And more of these stories are coming. Many journalists, international journalists, have paid interest in Biafra because of the activity of the liberation of Biafra at this point. And I want everybody to understand that the structure we have now can never ever be ignored by the international community in few months' time. The structure we have now is the structure that many nations have used to restore their own lost nation. And in the next few days, there will be another State of the Union address where some certain things will be unveiled to show our readiness to exit Nigeria. Nigeria economy has crashed by the activity of the Biafra Republic of Metineza. They don't want to give credit. They don't want to give you credit because they know if they give you credit, they validate you. When Martin Namdekan was here with us, he was always shouting. They don't want to give IPOB credit. When something happened that they feel that IPOB have contributed in making it possible, they will not give that credit. The same thing is happening today. You can never hear them mentioning Biafra Liberation Army. You can never hear them mentioning, even when they know many of the activities, the decimation of these terrorists is being done by the Biafra Liberation Army. You never hear them mention Biafra Liberation Army. They will always tell you IPOB. They will always tell you ESN. You can never hear them because they know the implication of that. We will continue to let them understand whenever the Biafra Liberation Army neutralize the terrorists, we'll tell them and post the images if we have them. You can never see them make a comment about Biafra Liberation Army. Never, because they know the implication of that. And we will not stop using the Biafra Liberation Army because we know the implication of it in our liberation phase. So I want to inform every one of you today, we've gotten Biafra. Biafra government in exile has been restored. Biafra, many departments, many ministry has been restored. The hope for the freedom of Biafra has been restored by the Biafra government. We have been able to form a very powerful forces, and in the next few days, the gate will be opened in many states. We want to show them that we're not just strong in one place, because many of them believe that where our strength is in Olu. Our strength is not just in Olu. So many fronts will be open, and we know the reason why we have not opened up that front until now. And another thing is this: when they tell you that sit at home is not working, we have sustained sit at home, and sit at home is the only reason why the economy of Nigeria has crashed. As I'm talking to you today, pick up your phone, call anybody you know who is in government in Nigeria to ask the person, what are you doing? What is the government doing to revive the economy? The answer will shock you. There is nothing, there is no way to revive this economy. Nobody has the solution to revive the economy. But those who are telling you that Ekpa is destroying Igbo economy, Igbo this, Igbo that, is because they know that the only thing that have crashed the Nigerian economy now is the sit at home. The sit at home crashed the economy of Nigeria today because the economy of Nigeria is being powered by the Southeast. This is the secret that many people do not know. And we understand this secret very well. And that's why we know the secret and we're using it. It has crashed the economy and never to be revived again. And one thing is this: when they tell you that people in the Southeast are suffering, it is a lie. The people of the Southeast don't depend on Nigerian government to survive. We don't depend on this policy of Nigerian government to survive. Our way of survival, we are self-made people. We don't take stipends from the government. We don't depend on the government like every other region depend on government for survival. Like you see today, they are sharing grains. The grains are not shared in Anambra. It's not shared in River State. It's not shared in Imo. It's not shared in Ebonyi. It will be shared in the north, another part of Yoruba land. They can never share it in Biafra territory because they know we have never believed and put our hope on the government. We are self-made, and today, those who have been living for many years under the government are crying. They are the only one crying, and now we are eating the dividend of being self-made billionaires, self-made millionaires. We build our road, build our hospital, we build our street light, we provide water for our community. This has been the way we live our life for decades. So today, we decided to show to the government that we are in charge of the economy. And that's why the sit-at-home can never, ever stop until Biafra is declared and defended. So I want everybody to understand that this sit-at-home, you must support it anywhere you are. It is the only reason why this particular economy has crashed and can never be revived. I am telling you the facts, believe me. So my people, we will continue to do everything possible to decimate Nigeria security forces who are terrorists, and then also as the finance and the currency of Nigeria has collapsed, we have also provided alternative to the Biafra people all over the world, which is called the Biafra coin, and our currency is a gemma, which Master Nnamdi Kanu himself announced one time during his program. The Biafra coin from the 9th of this month will be unveiled to the Biafra people and will be ready and open for transactions. The 9th of this month is on Saturday, right? Which is tomorrow. So we are looking at from the Monday of next week, everything will be in the public, and by then, after the State of the Union address, Biafrans will be open, and the Biafra coin will be open for business, for transactions, using it to pay your utility bills and whatever that you can use the cryptocurrency to pay. So this is alternative we have created for our people. You can use the Biafra coin to purchase your goods and services in China. You can use it so long as they accept Binance, so long as they accept cryptocurrency, Biafra coins, you can use it to purchase your goods, and it is going to be paid $1 to one Biafra coin. The USDT stands for United States of Biafra token. And this is a dream that I have come true. We will start by this digital currency. The next thing online is aviation, the aviation industry. Another thing is we have formed a committee for currency. We have formed also a constitutional committee. All this is happening. We want to put every structure and every structure of the government in place before declaration of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. As soon as Biafra is declared, restored, defended, we will collapse the government in exile. And this structure that we have created in the government in exile will automatically be transferred to the government in the homeland, and the functionality continues from there. It is not something we are going to start newly. We have built one of the best database systems. No country in Africa today will compete with Biafra government in exile. It's a challenge. I want you to go to the Biafra Database and Security Administration and check our website. It is the best so far. The security of our ID card is top-notch. We have a third-party Gmail verification of Biafra National Identity Card. Security-wise, facial recognition. This is the only country that I have seen now in Africa that has offered a very well standardized system. So, my people, the achievement of the Biafra Republic government in exile is something that we cannot discuss in a program, in a particular program. It is many, both those who have made open those that are still in the pipeline. We are also taking up now that now that we have been able to finish with, almost done with the government structure, we are going to lobby. We are now going to lobby. The next phase is lobby. You see that lobby that IPOB paid for in the United States before, and nothing came out of it. Now something is going to come out of lobbyists. We are going to lobbyists, and that particular lobby firm already is in the pipeline. In the next few weeks, you people will see what the Biafra government in exile lobbyists are going to do in the United States. We'll scatter everywhere. So my people, we are good to go. It is only your support, financially and otherwise, that is needed. We need more arms and ammunition. We need to make sure that our lobbyists and those working with us will make sure that the Biafra plight is in the global stage. As soon as this particular thing is happening, the discussion of Biafra, when people are asking what is the Biafra government is doing, they will see that the structure of every government institution have been set and put in place. The only thing and challenges we have, I will not even call it a challenge, is because of the fracas and all this small group here and there. They will tell you, oh, you people are not organized, you people are not united. It is not us alone. Slovakia have different factions. And I will tell the history of Slovakia in the next State of the Nation, in the State of the Union address. Slovakia have many factions of their freedom movement before even the government in exile of Slovakia. Slovakia had first independence, and they lost independence back to the Czechoslovakia. And at the end of the day, they were able to declare independence after many years. The same thing Biafra is going to do today. Many other nations, it happens to them. So we're not the only first country that have found ourselves in a situation where there are many small groups. Some of these groups are created by the government. And the only thing they do is to just show their presence on social media so that nobody will know which one is to be communicated, which one you should be communicating with. But I'm announcing to the Biafra people in Australia that we are going to lobbyists, and because we have set up every necessary government institution that is required by international standard to be called a nation. For that reason, it is time to go to lobbyists for America to understand who they should deal with in the Biafra issue and Nigeria issue. Thank you very much. I rest my case here.
Wow, amazing. And akụkọ aka ebe a, let us put our hands together. Ka anyị kụpụ n'aka, ọbata obie.
Ndewo.
Ada dị ọra mma ịnọkwa ya. Wonderful. Thank you, my PM. This is amazing. Yes, you are a man of action. Within 2 years, we have moved mountains. Biafra is no more in the mind. A lot of people believe that Biafra is just a mind issue. It's gone past that. It is a reality. My PM, you are in Australia, and that we are in Australia does not mean we don't know our culture. We know our culture. We practice our culture. We know who we are. We know that whenever anybody comes to our house, we have to welcome them. We have to open